Hey guys, this is your warning. We do post up spoilers. At times we're relatively offensive. We use vulgar language. So if you think that any of those are gonna offend you in any way, shape, or form, take your step back right now. Cause buddy, this is not the place for you. Anywho, have fun listening to us, and yeah, this has been your final warning.
From now on. So, yeah, that's the beginning of how we're starting this off.
That's the thing now.
That's the thing now. So, this week we're going to start off by talking about this whole Corey Feldman documentary Fiasco, which was fucking bullshit. Let me fucking tell you, man. Like, okay, so Monday night, the Corey Feldman documentary was supposed to air for the entire world, and he's charging people $20 for this fucking pay-per-view bullshit to find out who the fuck is predators in Hollywood. And like it's so dumb because he's already released these names. It's no new information.
No.
And like I don't know. Hang on, give me a second.
Go ahead. Take your time.
You talk about how you feel about this so far.
Talk about how I feel about it?
Yeah.
In all honesty, I've read a few things in regards to the Coreys as he doesn't fly on my radar. As an actor, he didn't really fly on my radar. He's not there. I don't listen to him as a musician, and outside of a few movies from the 80s and 90s, he's not really an important part of my life. I understand that what he's talking about is important in the context of protecting children that might be working in Hollywood, but he goes about things in a very self-serving fashion, so it doesn't really help me feel sympathetic to his issues. Like, the issues going on with Corey Haim, I kind of felt sympathetic with, because he was having a fucking hard time.
Yeah.
But everything that Corey Feldman...
He was dealing with those demons for his entire fucking life, and he didn't know how to process or deal with it. And the fact that Corey Feldman right now is trying to bank off other people's traumas is disgusting.
Corey Feldman
doesn't have a lot of money anymore. He's not a huge person in Hollywood anymore. His music is fucking garbage. He cannot sing. Whatever it is that he calls music is worse than Rebecca fucking Black.
Corey Feldman, his level of self-importance is not proportionate to his level of popularity at all.
Yeah.
and
after seeing the film and finding out how he actually treats women and how he doesn't pay his employees, I don't feel sorry for him. Fuck that guy. And now he's trying to sue anybody who shares the movie. Like, get the fuck out of here. If you really wanted these people to be brought to justice, you would give the names out for free. You would get these people brought to justice, and you would do it without asking for compensation.
So I got a tweet that was put out just a little bit ago. Somebody had actually gone on to ask, the only question we can answer, would people support Haim if the roles were reversed and Feldman was dead? And a young lady underneath that particular question answered, Corey Haim would never have grandstanded sex abuse for profit, nor would he have thrown innocent names around due to personal vendettas. The fact that Feldman uses me to try to convince people that CH and a sex fiend is horrific, and exposes both his jealousy of Haim and Corey Feldman's friendship with me. And he was talking about Marty Weiss. That's who put that out.
So I was waiting for the stream all night Monday night and all night Tuesday night, the 2 days that it was supposed to stream. And apparently what they're telling people is that the stream was hacked and shut down. And I don't think it was. I think it was all just a big elaborate fucking scheme for Feldman to get more fucking views. I think it was all a publicity stunt. Granted, it was a publicity stunt based off of good intentions. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't even know. Like, the way he's putting it out is, like, he tries to have good intentions behind it, but then you research into who he is as a person, you find out how he treats his employees, how he treats women like property, and you can't feel sorry for this guy. And honestly, like, I watched the movie, and the one thing that really bothered me was Ricky Garcia's testimony. This is a fucking kid. This kid is younger than me.
Right.
And he's maybe like 20 right now. Hang on, let me see. Let me look up his age.
All right.
He's 21.
Okay.
This is a Disney star, and he was sexually abused by his producers and his managers, and fucking, like, these Hollywood producers, they convince children that it's totally normal to shower with them, to be naked around them, to do all this fucked up shit with them. And Garcia was saying that when he was 15, he was drinking with his managers, and he was naked in the shower and fucking all of this, and he never saw it as anything wrong because that's how they made him think. That's how life is. That's how people act around each other, and that's completely fucking unacceptable.
Basically raised by a...
The fact that Feldman and his whole team are trying to bank off this kid and people who are dead's testimonies is fucking beyond egregious. It's so disgusting, dude.
Well, I mean,
like, I felt bad for Corey Feldman before I, like, actually read into him. Like, I felt bad for him. I've been waiting for this fucking documentary for a long time, and honestly, I didn't expect him to release it and be like, oh, it's only going to be available once. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you make it available for everyone to see? Why the fuck would you charge people $20 for a pay-per-view of this bullshit? Like, there's no new information. This is all information that's already fucking been released years ago.
Yeah, and I mean, you watched the documentary. I got to watch a small segment of the documentary before it was removed from where I had seen it. I had to fast forward through the very beginning of it because the...
Oh my god, that fucking... Okay, let me tell you, Corey Feldman's music sounds like really bad motherfucker.
Really bad motherfucker.
My phone's dying again. I had to plug in the fan. Okay. Corey Feldman's music sounds like really bad 70s porn.
I'm gonna liken
really bad 70s gay porn.
I'm gonna liken Corey Feldman's music to the idea of taking a bunch of kittens, throwing them in a pillow sack, and just swinging them around.
Yeah.
Just
It's awful. The fact that this guy thinks that he's a musician is just painful.
Any sentimentality that's... First of all, the editing equipment that he used to put together this documentary couldn't have been much more than your standard Windows software.
And the fact that he's saying he needs $1 million to make this fucking movie, fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
It's a documentary.
Same exact quality fucking film with the equipment that I have with my phone and my fucking Surface.
What he had there was a low-budget documentary production at the very best, and I don't think that anything that he had done personally was anything other than self-serving.
It's exactly that.
I think that what he's trying to do is he's trying to bank off the popularity of the Me Too movement, start the whole Kids Too movement, and he's doing it in a way that any other person that is trying to grab the public's eye for their own 15 minutes of fame would do.
He literally said in the documentary that the Kids Too movement is more important than Me Too. And I'm like, it's not a matter of what's more important. You're trying to make yourself this you're trying to make your fucking situation bigger than what it is.
Well, he wants to be seen as the front man of a movement.
Exactly, and he's not. Like, this has been a thing that's been going on for a while. He wants to claim Kids Too, but people have been trying to advocate for kids' abuse in Hollywood and all over the world for generations. People have been trying to voice about this for so fucking long, and now Corey Feldman's trying to take the fucking credit for it? Get the fuck out of here.
Well, all he's really doing is he's taking a subject that should be taken seriously, and he's tainting any ability to move it forward.
Thank you. My God.
Right? He's done nothing to progress this particular movement he claims to want to progress. He's put it, and I'm gonna say something that's probably unpopular, but who gives a fuck, because that's what we do.
It's all fucking selfish for him.
I think, yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think that it's a self-serving thing that he's looking to make money because he's got none.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Cause he's been saying that he doesn't have money, and like there have been texts released between in group chats from Corey Feldman to like people that worked with him saying that he's just trying to live comfortably again and get back to that rock star lifestyle.
Yeah. There is no rock star lifestyle for him, honestly. He's gone beyond what his usefulness was.
Like, when he went on tour for his, Corey's Angels shit, they only had one tour bus, and they had 11 people on that fucking tour bus, and a big dog. And people weren't allowed to bring their own food onto the bus unless they slept with it. The beds got ruined by the fucking dog because they didn't take them out enough. Imagine having to fucking sit in this tiny ass fucking trailer, in this tiny ass fucking tour bus with 11 other people and a big ass dog, and not making regular stops to let this dog out.
Can I just say
animal cruelty?
I just gotta say, and you're telling me this story about 11 people in a fucking tour bus with Corey Feldman. Dude, if you hooked your hopes of fame on a tour with Corey Feldman, then you get what you deserve. I'm sorry.
No. His costume designer, she didn't even want to fucking do it. She didn't even want to go, but he was offering her money and she really needed it. And costume designing wasn't even her, main job. That's just a side hustle for her, and she didn't want to do it for the fucking side hustle. She wanted to make her own music. She is a musician. And fucking, she's like, dude, he's controlling, he has no fucking consideration for the vegans that were on the tour bus.
Right.
So they gave them no options. They were going without food for days on end.
See, this is why I would love to have Seth on the podcast today, to sit down and do your inaugural podcast, because he actually likes Corey Feldman. He's met Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman also, in public, claims to be vegan, apparently.
That's the biggest... that is the biggest pile of horse shit that I've heard.
He actually, apparently, when he came to, I guess it was a local establishment that Seth worked at, when Corey Feldman came around, and he said he got to meet him, and I'm guessing he probably acts like kind of a cool dude when you're a guy and you're trying to be buddy-buddy with him.
Yeah.
He's probably one of those guys that are kind of toxic to women behind closed doors, but buddy-buddy with people out in public.
He's your typical fucking narcissistic sociopath. He's textbook narcissistic sociopath.
Well, I believe, he has what any psychologist would call delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
He believes he is a bigger star than he is, and he believes he should be a bigger star than he is.
Because he had a few good movies back in the 80s? Your time came and it passed, buddy.
Well, I think that maybe if he put aside that delusion of grandeur, he could be a decent actor. but he keeps having to put himself in positions of, I am the best, when in all honesty, you should just be the guy that's there.
Yeah.
You know?
And, like, another thing, this whole fucking thing about child predators, and he's over here dressing like Michael fucking Jackson.
He idolizes Michael Jackson.
Who is a fucking predator?
I have...
You cannot tell me that Michael Jackson was not a predator.
I have theories about Michael Jackson. I actually don't believe he was.
Paid off the people to keep quiet.
I think that his people paid off the people. I think Michael Jackson was essentially no more emotionally progressed. I think due to all the abuse that he dealt at the hands of Joe, I think all the stuff that went on with him when he was a young star as well, I don't think that he was emotionally more than maybe an 8-year-old.
That's the thing. That's the thing with abuse victims. Like, you either grow up and you learn from your abuse and you recognize the patterns and you avoid that pattern of behavior, or you become a predator.
I think if you saw all the things that Michael Jackson became, he was very isolated. I don't think he was much more than a child, and I think because of the amount of money that Michael Jackson made for certain people, I think that they used and abused him for their own purposes. And I think that some things may have gotten misconstrued about what happened between him and other children. But I don't think that there's nothing appropriate about an adult male having other children in his bed. I don't think things of a sexual nature happened. But I also don't think that anybody in his immediate presence really wanted people to realize that Michael mentally was not much more than a child, because they would not have been able to use and abuse him the way that they did.
Yeah.
I think that
even if he wasn't more than mentally an 8-year-old child, he was still conscious enough of his actions. He still knew what he was doing was fucking wrong.
I don't think we'll ever really know.
No, we won't.
We can speculate. He's dead now, thanks.
Honestly, from my point of view, he knew what he was doing. He knew that he was acting fucking creepy. He knew that he was not being appropriate with children.
I don't think he did. I watched how he went out in the world. I saw all the articles. I watched the videos of things that he did. I really don't think that he had that sense of right and wrong. I think he had as much of a sense of right and wrong as an emotionally and mentally stunted 8-year-old does.
Yeah.
You know how an 8-year-old goes through life, they don't realize that what they're doing is wrong until the parent tells them that what they're doing is wrong. And I don't think that he had enough of those people in his life telling him, hey, dude, you gotta cut the fucking shit. I think they just kind of realized what he was, let him do what he did, and people just said, look, I realize what Michael did was wrong. I'm going to give you X amount of dollars to just leave it the fuck alone.
It's a combination of, like, people not telling him that what he was doing was wrong and not educating him on how to be a proper functioning member of society.
I think and
the past abuse.
I think that dude could have used a psychologist on hand at all times. Period.
Oh, yeah.
I think that shit was about to hit the fan for the... You know how, like, I'm going to put it in the terms of our current president. You know how you have a guy that you know is not emotionally or mentally capable of making the massive decisions that he's supposed to take, and all these other people make the bad decisions for him and lead him down the wrong paths, and then all of a sudden the shit starts hitting the fan, and I think what happened in Michael Jackson's case is that his doctor was advised to give him a little bit too much, so that the real truth about what was going on with Michael Jackson wouldn't come out, ever.
Yeah.
Just like what happened with Epstein.
Exactly. None of it's a fucking accident. People are trying to cover their fucking tracks.
And, yeah, it's a lot easier to say, hey, this guy died this way, an overdose. This guy committed suicide, and hide it that way than it is for these people to admit that they're doing things that are wrong. These people in positions of power.
Oh, and so that whole fucking Corey Feldman shit, someone posted that Bob Saget was one of the names, even though it wasn't. And now Bob Saget's dealing with all of this backlash.
Right, I think we saw that one guy who posted the name Bob Saget instead of reading what it was supposed to be. Obviously did not listen or read the way that he was supposed to. Right.
This was this was after they watched the film at Corey Feldman's private viewing. I don't know. I don't fucking trust Corey Feldman. I don't believe him, and I think that he's just using other people to get his name back up in the high ranks of Hollywood.
As far as I'm concerned, Corey Feldman is about as trustworthy a guy as your average Jerry Springer. Your average Jerry Springer contestants. I call them contestants because Jerry Springer was technically just a white trash game show.
Pretty much. Fuck, dude. Like, it's everything in Hollywood right now. It's all a scheme on how to get more famous, how to get more viewers, how to get this, how to get that. Like, it's all selfish bullshit.
Well, it's self-serving. It's a lot of people are out there just because, and that's why we're kind of having the shit that we're having right now. What we're dealing with is a lot of people. The shit hit the fan with the coronavirus, and the shit hit the people just are doing for them.
And Corey Feldman released this movie on the anniversary of Corey Haim's death, and so it feels to me like he's trying to take the light away from Haim. Because not once, all those 2 days that it was supposed to be released, did I see a rest in peace Corey Haim post. Until that shit came out. I didn't see anything about Corey Haim. It was all Feldman. He was trying to take that fucking memory away from Haim. And honestly, I feel bad for Haim's family. I feel bad for his mother having to fucking sit there and listen to Corey Feldman blame her for her son's death.
You know, and his mother actually went on record, Corey Haim's mother went on record to say that she doesn't believe that Charlie Sheen did what they claim that he did.
Yeah, because fucking, she was saying that, he was saying that it was, Dominic Brescia.
Brescia? Is that, what is this, Brescia?
Brescia?
It's gonna be one of those names.
Hold up.
Brescia? It's like Garcia, but with a BR instead of a GAR?
Yeah. Fucking, she's saying that Corey Haim, her son told her that it was Dominic, not Charlie Sheen. Even though, for years, even his girlfriend, years later, after fucking, Lucas was released, that it was Charlie Sheen.
We got Omar back in the podcast here. Welcome, Omar, to Tea Time with Honey.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. But yeah, no, fucking, Corey Haim had told an ex-girlfriend and a few other people that it was Charlie Sheen, but he told his mother that it was Dominic Brescia.
Okay.
So, I mean, I understand why Haim's mother is like, I don't believe it was Charlie, because her son didn't tell her it was Charlie.
I'm going to just mention something while we're sitting here. I just did notice something very, very convenient. That from this app, if I'm using the phone, I can actually record this entire conversation and we can release it. So from here on out, we know that. I'm not going to try to record halfway through the podcast, but
Next time.
we know. And just so you know, you might have to speak up a little, Omar. You sound far away.
How about now?
Much better. When you're going to speak, bring the camera closer to your face.
I know. No. How about now? Can you guys hear me better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my hand. My hands were like right on the mic.
Yeah, no, but, I don't know, this whole Corey Feldman thing, I don't like it. I don't support Feldman. I paid the $20 so that I could record the movie and send it out to anyone who fucking doesn't want to waste their money on fucking Feldman.
Well, anybody that didn't buy into it the first day can't watch it now.
Exactly.
Hell, anybody that bought into it the first day can't watch it then.
Hold up. Let me see if the fucking website's
It's still down?
still up.
You're looking to see if we have access to the website or if they're even re-releasing it?
Someone said that they're still... Let me see. Sign in.
Okay. Because I thought...
So what was it that happened originally? Did they get hacked?
They said that hackers...
So they're saying...
Go ahead.
They're saying that they were hacked, but I think it was all just a fucking publicity stunt to get them more clout for the movie. Because during the live viewing, they paused the movie 15 minutes in and they were like, oh, the live stream's not working, this and that, blah, blah. And Corey was like, oh, they're hacking us in real time. What? Like, he sounded like it was all fucking scripted.
And there were actually several podcasts out there that went on to say that we're the ones that hacked the website and shut it down. Listen to us and we'll tell you why.
Yeah. Pod Awful Cult.
Right.
Pod Awful Cult is trying to take claim for that, but he's trying to say that it was the Wolf Pack, who's literally just a group of women. Just a small group of women, including Corey Haim's mother and the chick who used to work for him, like, doing costume design and shit like that. Like, it's all just people that he's got a fucking grudge against because they didn't buy into his bullshit.
Huh.
So he's got a grudge against his mom because she's not believing most of what he's saying, is what I'm hearing?
Well, Corey Haim gave his mother a different name than he gave Feldman and everyone else.
Okay.
He told her that it was Dominic Brescia, and he told everyone else that it was Charlie Sheen. So you don't even really know. Everything in this film, there's no solid fucking evidence to convict Charlie Sheen or any of these people. It's all just he said, she said bullshit.
All right. Well, I mean, that's how I saw pretty much all of it. I don't think that there's a lot of backup for Corey Feldman's claims at all. Not as far as I've seen anyway, and I've read a lot of articles.
So, the movie is still available to be watched as long as you buy the $20 fucking ticket. Who the fuck charges $20 to watch this shit?
It's like purchasing a DVD.
That's what they were charging.
They're all like, oh, it's just $20. It's just $20. Bitch, that's dinner.
And if you buy it to cook it yourself, it's dinner for a couple of things.
Exactly. Shit, man. But it's available on their website until March 19th. But,
Okay.
like, at first they were only willing to release it for a whole fucking 24 hours.
And then take it down?
And then take it down forever and sue anybody who tries to record or send the movie. But he doesn't even have the money to hire a legal team, so...
It says that he went on record with Dr. Oz. He went on Dr. Oz's television show and states that he told the Santa Barbara Police Department in 1993 the names of the attackers in Hollywood, but the public information officers for the Hollywood Police Department state that their records don't indicate that he said anything, that he didn't name names.
Yeah, like, they're saying that he didn't say any names or anything like that on public record, but I don't know if he actually did. We don't know if he actually did. It could all just... That could be true. Or the police actually did get rid of the fucking audio where he did release the names.
In all reality, with this whole case, it's a case of a mask falling off of somebody.
Yeah.
But he's trying to put up this victim persona for too long, and it fell off. I'm not gonna say I don't believe he was. Things were up to him,
honestly,
like he said. I think he's blowing it out of proportion. I think he's blowing it out of proportion for fame. Like the way things happen and the amount of times and the scale of things that happen. Something there is not adding up and computing to how he's telling his whole tale.
Exactly.
He's
like, honestly, I do think that him and most of the other people who started out in Hollywood as child actors were sexually abused. But for him to take it this far, for him to try and make money off other people's abuse, for other people's rape things, it's disgraceful. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
It's
The moral of this whole story to me is that pretty much fame is a trap.
There is a pattern of habit that's been shown time and time again in different documentaries of men. We have the perfect one to talk about, Harvey Weinstein, who have used their positions of power to hold some sort of sexual power over the folks that they're trying to get work. And most of them will do pretty much anything to get that level of fame that they want, and in some cases put themselves in really bad positions thinking it's going to help them. It's my wish that people from here on out, now that we have all this shit out in the open, and hopefully more will come to light. But, I mean, I'm hoping that people will treat themselves with a little bit more respect, though I'm fairly certain they won't.
Honestly, I hope the Kids Too movement goes further and they combine themselves with the Me Too movement. But I hope that fucking Ricky Garcia takes over the Kids Too movement.
Right.
Because Feldman's time has come and passed. He's been trying to milk this shit for fucking years.
Decades.
Decades.
Yeah.
The problem is that the minute he's trying to make money off of his disgrace and that of others, it just falls off.
This should have been something that, I mean, at the very worst, should have been released on a cable or something. It should have been released for people to just fucking watch and see. He shouldn't be live streaming it through a private site charging $20 a head.
Through a very questionable fucking site that, like, nobody... hang on. There were reports that, like, the site they were using to take people's credit card information is, like, it's got, like, 2 stars.
Okay.
And, like, now, myself included, thousands of people, myself included, are worried about our credit card information being used and taken advantage of. Now Corey Feldman has millions of people's fucking credit card information, like...
Hey, all of you that have gone out and watched this show, I would go ahead and go get a new card.
Your fucking numbers.
Change your numbers. Your audio clicked out for a moment.
My card expires next year, so, like, I could just get another one. But it's not as easy of a case for a lot of other people.
That's still a year of access to your bank account, though.
Exactly. Like, I'm gonna order a new card anyway, so that, like, I don't have to fucking wait next year, whatever. But still, like, this whole Feldman documentary bullshit is exactly that. Bullshit.
All right.
Corey Feldman is a clear example of what happens if you get rich and famous without a plan B when all that's over.
Yeah?
Because basically all he's trying to do is survive, because he has no other skills in the real world.
No, he's trying to continue his comfortable Hollywood lifestyle, his comfortable rock star lifestyle. Dude isn't even a fucking rock star. He sounds like Rebecca Black on drugs.
Right? He has tried to hand out music too, right?
So fucking bad. So bad.
Well, you weren't here.
He just wants to be famous. He just wants to stay famous and relevant no matter how.
Well, you weren't.
Every time, have you noticed that every time we are all about to forget about this dude, he comes up with some new accusation, some new testimony of something?
Yep, and it's never any new information.
Hey, who's this Corey Feldman guy we're talking about?
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
I'm trying to forget right now. Just right this minute, I'm trying to forget.
Every time we're forgetting about him, he comes up with something new that happened to him, and it's just sad. It's sad.
It's disgraceful, is what it is.
So, I don't mean to...
It's an egregious abuse of other people's testimonies.
Yeah, of other people's stories, other people's disgrace.
Like, oh my god, I could go on for, like, years about how fucked up he is for doing shit like this.
Yeah.
But, like, it's all gonna be repetitive. It's like, there's nothing more you can say than he's fucking piece of shit for taking advantage of other people's experiences.
It's true.
So that he can make a profit. Guaranteed, he's not paying these producers proper enough, like, what they deserve for this movie. He's not paying Ricky Garcia what he deserves for this fucking movie, for outing the fact that he was fucking sexually abused as a child. Like, oh my god, that shit pisses me off. Because I actually like Ricky Garcia. Like, he's an actually, like, decent fucking, he's a Disney kid.
Right. You think that these Disney kids are dying left and right because, they've had a good time coming up in Hollywood?
No, and, like, a lot of Disney stars who have left Disney have come out and said that they were sexually abused, that they were treated like garbage, that they were treated like property, and that they were used and abused and fucking thrown to the side when they weren't good enough for Disney anymore.
Nickelodeon, too.
A lot of things come out like that.
Not just Disney, Nickelodeon, too. Don't forget them.
All of the children's fucking programs.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we need a completely reformed country. We need everything redone. We need to take everyone who's in power out of power and just put new people in.
That's a lot easier said than done, because
progressive.
Those people run the purse strings, unfortunately, for the most part, too.
Exactly, and it's mostly fucking boomers trying to keep their fucking vice script on their fucking kingdoms, basically.
Holding on to the privilege.
You're generous calling them boomers. Some of these people are a lot older than boomers.
Some of them are, you're right.
A lot of the people running things are old people that kept secrets and have kept them for 50 plus years. Your audio cut out there for a minute, Miss Nico.
Yes, it did. My headphone died.
It happens.
Is that why we were able to hear you from a distance?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to do this for the first time. I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay.
Just because this is your podcast, and I want you to lead it your way. You get to tell us when we're taking our little break in the middle for station identification and stuff. For today, I'm going to cut us off, and we're gonna do a quick sponsorship and bring us back for the second half of the podcast. But this is you from now on. I'm not doing this anymore. You are the El Jefe of your own podcast. You get to lead us.
La Jefa.
I am the Hefa.
Jefe, not heifer.
I don't like
La
that.
Jefa.
You don't call yourself a heifer again. That's not nice.
La Jefa is feminine for Jefe.
What is the is that El Jefa?
Jefa is feminine. Jefa is feminine for Jefe.
Oh, I'm sorry. It sounded like she called herself a heifer. Like, that's not right.
No. It's the same thing, but a woman.
Gotcha. All right. Let me go ahead and we're gonna move on to station identification.
And what ended up happening with Seth?
Seth is not here today. He's gonna come in and do a buffer tomorrow.
So he wasn't able to get Wi-Fi, none of that?
Good enough Wi-Fi to text, not good enough to do video. So
he doesn't have a running phone line.
No running phone line. That's about all. He's doing it off his phone like we are. So
Yeah, no, I know, but
okay, and now I will log out.
so yeah.
Alright, welcome back. Thank you for listening and sitting through our sponsors and advertising and bullshit and whatever the fuck. So right now we're gonna touch a little bit on what's going on in the world with the bullshit virus nonsense shit. Fucking bleh.
Okay.
Bullshit virus, nonsense shit.
That shit. Fucking... Okay, so you guys know how President Trump met with President Bolsonaro the other day?
Yeah.
And now Bolsonaro has been tested positive for the virus?
Yes.
Yeah. So Trump has apparently been tested, according to the White House, and he came back negative. But we never know, because, it could still be too early for him to be showing signs. But we don't know. Hopefully he has the virus. But that's just me.
Well, based off of past experiences, too, I feel like he might not be entirely honest. He may not want to look weak.
No, exactly.
So, yeah, based off of...
They already said that the White House isn't going to go into quarantine, even if it is a state of emergency.
Yeah. Somehow I don't feel that's entirely correct.
Their own fucking CDC rules.
If they can stage the moon landing, they can stage a White House conference from a bunker.
Exactly. But so right now, their fucking plane tickets anywhere are stupid cheap. A round trip ticket to fucking Florida right now is like $40.
Well, that's of course, if you look at it the other way around, they're about to shut down the country, so a round trip ticket to Florida means you're going to get stuck in Florida.
Yeah, pretty much, but it's a stupid cheap ticket. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about ordering tickets for later in the year today, so that it's still super cheap.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, could you order tickets later in the year for right now?
I mean, I haven't done it yet because I'm a broke bitch.
We also don't know if we're going to be able to go anywhere later in the year.
Yeah, we don't know.
Or go to Florida in Christmas time.
It's a day-by-day fucking thing right now. But, fucking airports right now are packed because flights are so fucking cheap. And it's like a 7 fucking hour wait just to get to your bags. And then another 3 to 4 hours just to get to customs.
You would expect the airports to be empty right now.
No, of course not, because people are fucking stupid.
I think that,
Don't be a fucking sheep.
I think that this
yes,
is...
I'm smoking a bong.
Hey, smoke it if you got it. It's not illegal.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm kind of sitting here scratching my head about all the scare, the pandemic freak out that we're going through right now is if you really consider the fact that the world population is around 7.8 billion people, and if you look at that in context of how many people have been infected and how many people have died, you're not even talking like a percentage of a percentage.
Yeah.
And they're going wild.
They're going nuts. And
People are overreacting to the virus, and the media's not helping whatsoever. They're acting like it's gonna be they're acting like it's gonna be a fucking zombie apocalypse type shit. And the government isn't helping, and they're making it seem like they're gonna start enacting martial law.
Yeah, honestly, the media is not necessarily helping either.
No, not at all. The media's making it worse.
So first half of the podcast, we were talking about people doing things strictly to gain fame, and if you look at it from that perspective, I think that they're fear-mongering strictly to gain ratings.
Yeah. And, so, granted, yes, I understand why people are canceling all their events, why, concerts are canceled, fucking Disneyland's closed. Pretty much everything that would gather more than 250 people is shut the fuck down. Presidential campaigns are done.
Right.
They can't go and do their rallies. But President Trump is still going around doing his shit, touching his face, fucking shaking people's hands.
Well,
they're not supposed to.
Because he believes in this about as much as he believes in anything else. He doesn't feel like there's going to be global warming. He doesn't feel like there's a lot of things that he's debunked himself. He's like, well, no, I'm the thing that's important here for you to listen to. Don't listen to the scientists or the intellectual elite. How sad is it that our president... I just smacked our microphone here.
Well, yeah, you gotta understand, this president is the greatest proponent of anti-intellectualism there's ever been. I didn't think I would see anybody that against knowledge as him.
Yeah.
Being a public figure.
Well, what kind of person is against education and intelligence? Somebody who is uneducated and unintelligent.
Exactly.
Bingo, bango, boingo.
I don't know, this whole hype about the virus and the fact that the administration isn't following their own rules, it makes you fucking, like, not take it seriously.
I haven't been able to take our president seriously in a while. I don't think the world has taken our entire country seriously since Trump became president.
Yeah.
Well, I never cared that much for him, but I disliked him less when he was just a reality show rich dude.
Pretty much.
I keep dropping the mic, so to speak, here. My phone doesn't want to stay upright.
And disclosure, phone will die soon, so I'm checking off. You know, I cannot connect it to the thing. I have to put it on the wireless charger.
So your phone's dying?
So just in case, not now, not yet, but pretty soon.
Alright, I'll tell everybody when you've accidentally logged off due to phone death.
Tell the phone's mother that he loved her.
No, and I think that a lot of people right now are... The pandemic shit hit the fan, and a lot of people's worst instincts are coming out. Like, we were looking over articles of people that are hoarding toilet paper and hoarding hand sanitizer and denying people access to it. So that...
Without overcompensation.
That article that I sent out to you showing that guy had 17,000 units of hand sanitizer that he went around Tennessee and purchasing with his brother so that he could basically price gouge people and make a buck off of it as things were slowly hitting the fan.
That should become a federal offense.
Yeah.
He was going to sell it on Amazon at a much higher price to try to make a buck off of it. When Amazon shut people down from price gouging for toilet paper and hand sanitizer, he decided rather than be a decent person and try to get it into the hands of people that actually need it, he's just going to sit on all 17,000 units. He's just going to keep it to himself.
The fuck are you gonna do with all that shit?
He can't sell it. He doesn't care anybody else to have it.
I hope he drinks it.
Me too.
Right?
Fucking, like, I keep seeing these posts where people are like, they're buying fucking 20, 30 gallons of milk. They're buying fucking 15, 20 packages of fucking toilet paper that they don't need. Like, you have a whole 2 fucking weeks to get through all that milk, bitch. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
You better start donating.
Right? Well, what you're going to do is you're buying the 20 to 30 gallons of milk because, well, you're either reselling them, which is kind of weird to do.
I really hope that they think they can fucking freeze this shit, because a lot of people don't know that milk expands in the freezer. That shit's gonna blow up.
Drink half the gallon, then freeze it.
There you go.
Hopefully they don't think of that.
Worse than
freeze
soda.
your milk, it's gonna fucking taste gross.
It would have been worse than soda.
Yeah, because once it starts... you've experienced that with maybe soda or Kool-Aid. Parts of it separate. So when it's de-thawing, you're going to end up with separated milk, which you've got to remix.
Exactly.
Ugh. You're going to get your curds and whey in 2 different sections.
Better known as accidental yogurt.
At that point, just buy evaporated milk.
Better known as accidental yogurt.
Evaporated milk, shelf-stable milk.
Yeah.
Powdered milk, for that matter.
Yeah.
Powdered milk is not the best.
Prepared with their fucking end-of-the-world apocalypse bunkers, but come on, be smart about it.
I don't think this is the end of the world. I think
Buy
it's
a fucking cow.
I think it's the end of
people's
people's ability to be polite. What?
Buy a couple of cows, then you're good.
Until the cows can get... Dogs can get the coronavirus now.
I keep reading articles saying that they can't.
It's a different strain.
Okay.
So it's not the strain that infects humans. It's a different strain of the coronavirus.
I don't know, regardless, this whole fucking thing is getting blown way out of proportion.
I agree. I definitely agree. I think we might have just lost Omar.
Looks like it.
And he's not responding. Oh, you're there?
Yeah, I don't know. He just went up.
I don't have a whole lot to talk about for the fucking second half. Like, all I know about right now, all I can think about right now is just how fucking ridiculous people are being.
Well, I think the entire world is just sort of revolving around this whole coronavirus thing, so there's not a lot left in the news.
Yeah.
I think that we're watching the market go up and down. If you're paying attention to the stock market, it's been going up and down. It went up really, really high the past couple of days.
Oh, don't even get me started on the stock market.
It's bipolar.
I think the stock market had a big boost because everybody went out and bought shit. Just bought a ton of crap.
He had a spike, then he had a plummet.
Everyone and their fucking uncle is freaking out about the stock market crash and this and that when they could just fucking take their stocks, sell them, and reinvest into sanitation.
All I've got to say is,
the sanitation stocks are doing fucking amazing right now.
Oh, they loving it now.
The Federal Reserve just fucking gave Wall Street a whole $1.3 trillion fucking relief.
But there's some money for other things.
We have actual people who have actual fucking needs and actually need fucking help, and they're trying to help out Wall Street. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. Oh, those poor Wall Street bankers that already have thousands of fucking dollars.
And you think that he isn't using... if you think that the president isn't using this whole thing to try to do other nefarious things behind the scene that's sort of self-serving, you'll see things come up as things slowly die down with the coronavirus about how he went ahead and did some things for himself.
Yeah.
And
like last time, Omar.
Omar is officially just done. Gone.
His phone died.
So he has officially disappeared off the podcast for today.
Yep.
There's a couple of states that are cracking down on men who hoarded thousands of sanitizer bottles amid the shopper scare. They're actually, from what I was hearing, they've gone about and they're trying to confiscate all these people, all the stuff that these people hoarded.
Good. They fucking should.
The two men tried to sell the sanitizer online at a steep markup, $8 to $70 a pop. Amazon quickly removed their listings amid a larger effort to stop coronavirus-related price gouging. Now these brothers have more than 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer and nowhere to go. And two attorney generals demand that they stop buying more. Sunday night, Tennessee Attorney General Hibbert Slattery III announced his office had ordered the Colvins to stop buying and selling while they are investigated for price gouging. We will not tolerate price gouging at this time of exceptional need, and we will take aggressive action to stop it.
Good.
Right?
It's fucking ridiculous.
I think personally, I think that they should be forced to donate their entire stock to charity.
Absolutely.
Think of people that are going to be more effective than these price gouging douches. And of course this fucking happened in Tennessee.
Of course.
So, it's happening in Tennessee, happening in Kentucky, it's happening in these
southern states.
These southern states where these people are just thinking about their bottom dollar and making the quickest buck and basically making themselves rich off the misery of others.
Yeah. It's all fucking conservative states.
So to those two brothers, I would like to say, fuck you, fuck off, and I hope you gargle with your own fucking sanitizer.
I honestly hope they get the virus.
I don't know. Fucking jackasses.
Yeah. But, I don't know, that's all I got for tea time today.
I would say this is probably a good place to end that for the day, so if you'd like to go ahead and sign us off, Miss B.
Alrighty, take care, guys. Thanks for listening in. Hope you guys have a good one. Stay safe, stay healthy, eat the rich.
Pardon the cough. I don't have the coronavirus. Got seasonal allergies.
People think you're coughing, because you're sick, but you actually just smoke weed.
No, I'm coughing because I got seasonal allergies, and this is about the time of year they fucking kick in.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are probably freaking out for the same reason. I've got allergies, but now I can't tell if it's coronavirus or allergies.
Mood.
Take your fucking Claritin, smoke your pot, and shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
All right.
All right.
See you later.
Take
Hopefully
care.
next podcast will have better audio.
Fuck yeah.
Bye.
Boy.